Ngayong pandemya, marami sa atin ang babad sa social media at bilang pampawala ng bagot, nauso ang live streaming sa iba't ibang platforms. Sa kabila ng pagsulpot ng iba't ibang apps, nakipagsabayan ng sariling atin, ang Kumu. Gamit ito, pwede kang mag-live stream at kumonect sa iyong followers at friends. Tampok sa ating Pinoy Pride, ang Chief Content Officer at co-founder ng Kumu na si Angelo Mendez. Magandang hapon, Angelo.
Hello po, magandang hapon.
Una muna, ano ba ang ibig sabihin ng Kumu? Pakikwento sa amin, bakit yan ang pangalan ng app, kailan at paano kayo nagsimula?
Pero ibig sabihin ng Kumu, it's short for Kumusta. It's very simple, like K-U-M-U is short for Kumusta. But a funny story is we actually, when we first started Kumu, it was spelled K-O-O-M-O-O, pero we just changed it to K-U-M-U to simplify it.
And then, bakit nyo naisipan na bumuo ng ganitong klase ng app?
Well, we originally came up with Kumu. There were several reasons. Roland Ross, our CEO and founder, and Rexy Dorado, we're doing a lot of work in the Philippines before Kumu. And you know, when Roland reached out to us and to his friends from college, which is basically James, Andrew, and myself, we all had this dream of and this vision of building a product for the Philippines of something that connected Filipinos. But when we originally launched, we thought it was going to be a messenger app, but eventually we pivoted into live streaming, and that's what Kumu is now today.
But alam naman natin na there are also yung mga ibang talagang mas popular, no, na mga streaming sites. Pero bakit kayo naglakas loob? What gave you the courage na magtayo ng isang app na talagang Pinoy na Pinoy?
Well, we noticed the trend in Southeast in Asia and Southeast Asia where people found success with prioritizing the voices of their countries. Like we saw, you know, definitely WeChat in China. You know, we saw Kakao in Korea, and you know, it wasn't until we saw the VNG Corporation in Vietnam, and we noticed that they were able to build a unicorn in Vietnam. And you know, we thought to ourselves, like, why doesn't the Philippines have its own product? Why can't we make a product that prioritizes the voices of Filipinos? And you know, we saw when we saw the success of it in Vietnam and you know, Gojek in Indonesia, we decided like, hey, yes, we can do this, and you know, we went all in on it.
So ngayon naman, Angelo, tell us about the features of Kumu. So aside from live streaming, ano pang pwedeng gawin dyan?
Oh, you could do so. Kumu is, it's, you know, we say Kumu is short for Kumusta, but it also stands for community, right? So one of the things that we could do in Kumu is, you know, people just do tambay streams where they're not actually streaming, they're just hanging out with each other. You know, people use the audio streams and they have it running in the background, just hanging out with their friends. So that's one of the, you know, one of the main things we want to push people to is, you know, that connection. Kumu is very popular with OFWs and overseas Filipinos because they could connect with people like them. Like aside from the live streaming feature, we also have a live commerce feature where people could sell products on Kumu. You know, we have game shows like with Game Ka Na Ba with Robbie Domingo or Quiz Moco with Megan and Mikael, where people, you know, could just sit and answer questions and, you know, win cash.
And meron din palang paraan para makakita or that people can earn through Kumu. Paano ba yan?
So, so the way that Kumu works is, are you familiar with the concept of busking? So if you go to High Street, if you go to like Fort Bonifacio and you go to High Street, right, and you see somebody, you know, playing the guitar, and you like what they're doing, and you like what they're singing, you walk up to them and give 20 pesos, right? You know, on Kumu, we found a way to digitize that. So, you know, we do it tens of thousands of times. So what happens is people could buy coins. And these coins, they could use it to purchase virtual gifts. Now, what happens is you could send a virtual gift to your favorite content creator, and that content creator, when they receive the gift, it converts to diamonds, and then those diamonds can be converted into cash.
Okay. Pero safe naman ba yan ang paggamit ng Kumu? Especially ang isang concern ko, yung sa mga bata.
Yes, yes. Kumu is very safe. One of the things that we're very proud of in Kumu is that we built a platform where you don't have to exploit yourselves. Like we've seen other live stream platforms become very exploitative, but on Kumu, we really wanted people to earn from sharing their passions. So in Kumu, we have the community of Kumu is so powerful. They're very like self-regulating. Basically, we have a Kumu police force that's made up of community users, and they keep a very tight lock on the community and how it develops, because they want to make sure that Kumu is a place of safety, positivity, and authenticity.
And you also mentioned, Angelo, kanina na marami na rin na mga kababayan natin mula sa ibang bansa, halimbawa mga OFWs who are using this, no? So paano ito nakakatulong sa kanila na mag-connect sa kanilang mga pamilya?
So I mean, one of the crazy things about Kumu is Kumu is a Filipino app made by Filipinos for Filipinos, but we also have Filipinos all around the world. So Kumu has been downloaded in over 55 different countries. We've been the top grossing apps in countries like Norway, Kuwait, Canada, and it's been one of those things where it's a real global phenomenon where just the Filipino community and the Filipino spirit, everyone is able to use the technology to go live and stay connected. So for example, if you're like say you're like an OFW in the Middle East, right? Most of the time there's like nothing for you to do once you get off of work. But with Kumu, you're able to hang out with people that are your age, whether they be in the Philippines or they'll be like in Australia, they could be in Europe, they could be in the US, but there's Filipinos all over the world that are using Kumu. But there's also a funny thing about Kumu. It's not only Filipinos that are using Kumu. We've noticed that fans of Filipino culture are also using Kumu. Like there's a girl from Wales who is not Filipino at all. She's like, a purely white girl, but she's a huge fan of Filipino teleserias and Filipino pop culture, where she like live streams on Kumu. There's a group of Black girls from Alabama that discovered Kumu because they thought SB19 was a K-pop band, and then they found out that there was this thing called P-pop, and now they stream regularly on Kumu, and they use it to find out more about Philippine pop culture.
That's good to know. 55 countries, ilan na ba lahat ng members nyo?
Right now, we're over 10 million registered users right now.
Wow, malaki na yan. And what's next sa patuloy na paglaki ng tinatawag yun na community? Ano pang i-expect natin?
We're investing a lot in creators right now, and we're investing a lot in their content. So we're trying to help creators, develop their content and earn a full-time income on Kumu. One of the things that we're also working on is actually working on with some of the biggest franchises in the world. I'm not sure if you're familiar with PBB, but we just finished a season with them a few months ago, and we were able to create a 10x experience for fans where people were able to like dictate the show, watch the shows 24/7. So we're looking for like other opportunities like that to create a 10x experience for fans and the content they like.
And just invite them, Angelo, saan sila pwedeng mag-download ng Kumu and what can they expect?
Yeah, so you could download Kumu on the Google Play Store, on the Apple App Store, on the Huawei Store, and you could also view Kumu on the website on kumu.live. Have fun. Can't wait to see you guys. Kumusta?
Maraming salamat, Kumu Chief Content Officer and Co-founder, Angelo Mendez.